Hi, my name is Megan Melton, and this is my reflection over Emma Dilemma. It is written by Christine O'Connell George, and the illustrator is Nancy Carpenter. The publisher is Clarion Books. The copyright is 2009. It's a juvenile fiction picture book written in poetry, and there's about 47 pages, and I would recommend 2nd through 5th grade or 6 to 9-year-olds to read this book, and they would enjoy it. So this book, like I said, is called Emma Dilemma, and it is a sweet book written with different poems to tell the story of these two sisters. Jessica shares the battle of being the older sister in this assortment of 34 different poems. Each one's kind of moving and builds on top of itself. The 4th grader is the older sister to a 3-year-old younger sister, Emma. And the dilemma moves between Jessica and Emma because Emma, being the 3-year-old, she goes from being sweet and lovable and all those fun things to being Jessica's biggest pain. And so she wants to be a good sister, but little sisters can try one's patience. In one poem, Jessica kindly allows Emma extra space to draw, but in the picture she only gives Emma a teeny little twig in the family tree that Jessica is waiting on because she has annoyed her in that moment. The colors and the illustrations by Nancy Carpenter, they are very dramatic. They have very attractive details and lots of humor. It brings the family dynamics to life while the verses build to the big conclusion that happens at the end of the poems that brings the sisters closer together. The pictures are just beautiful because as you can see, they're like pencil drawings, but then she kind of watercolors them together to bring these very detailed pictures to life. And so it's really sweet. I love this picture right here of being able to watch these two sisters go through this story together with their ups and downs, and their final poem bringing them very close together, because when Emma gets hurt, Jessica comes to her rescue with her favorite pet duck. This story was very touching. I mean, having 2 daughters of my own, I could relate to everything in this collection of poems. The characters portray very real emotions as you read through the poems. This collection of poems allows children to see that we may not always agree with our siblings or even want to be around them at times, but at the end of the day, we are very grateful for having them in our lives. A thing that you could do in your classroom is to have your students draw a Venn diagram, which would compare and contrast possibly their own sibling in them, or if they don't have a sibling, find a close friend or cousin or close relative that they could sit down and compare and contrast. And when everybody gets it done, you could use that to show that not only is everybody very different, which that's great because that's what makes us who we are, but even in our differences, we share very close bonds, and we are very grateful to have those special people in our lives. So I would recommend reading Emma Dilemma to anyone that loves just a sweet story about 2 sweet little sisters. Have a great day.